Hello, I'm Richard Bryant, Executive Director of the Mary Bell and Sebastian P. Musco Center for the Arts at Chapman University here in Orange, California. It's my pleasure to welcome you to At the Musco, a free interactive online series that showcases the best in performance, production, and arts education here at Chapman in a celebration of what we call the art of community. We are happy to once again welcome another roster of incredible new talent curated by artist and producer Dot, aka Kate Ellwanger. Dot graduated from Chapman's Hall Musco Conservatory of Music in 2013 and now runs Unspeakable Records, a music production company paving the way for a more inclusive music industry, one that welcomes artists of all genders, identities, and backgrounds. This second virtual showcase features bass influences of DJ Shivarasa, the ethereal soundscapes of Black Jade, the folk soul sound of Nora Rothman, and the soul-tinged rhythms of Kelleia. Combining both art and activism, these artists signal the future of the music industry: independent, innovative, and inclusive. As always, we encourage you to ask questions and start conversations in the live chat to the right of your screen. Here's our host, Musco Center's Napoleon Gladney.
Thank you so much, Richard. Good evening and welcome to a special At the Musco online event showcasing the next generation of artists with our collaborator, Unspeakable Records. You just experienced a fantastic DJ set by Shivarasa. In just a few moments, we will welcome tonight's featured artists, Black Jade, Nora Rothman, and Kelleia, for a conversation Q&A before we continue our evening of music. If this is your first time joining us, welcome. Please take a moment to like, follow, and subscribe to Musco Center on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. You can also join our email list for updates and new happenings and online events just like this one at muscocenter.org. We will be taking questions from you, our loyal audience, in the chat today, so please ask those burning questions. I am so excited to welcome Black Jade, Jen, Nora Rothman, and Kelleia to the conversation. How are you all doing this evening, and where are you joining us from? Let's start that way. Jen.
Hi, I'm doing good today. I'm in Arcadia, kind of on the east part of LA.
Wonderful. Welcome. Nora, how are you doing? Where are you joining us from?
Hi, I'm so good. I'm joining you from my living room in Seattle right now.
Wonderful. Kelleia, tell us where you're joining us from. How you doing?
Hi, good evening. I am in Brooklyn, New York right now. I'm really happy to be here with you all.
I love that we're all over the country right now. This is so amazing, the magic of the interwebs. So let's get started with some of our questions from our viewers. First question, what was the role of music in your early life? When did you decide this was how you would want to express yourself? And when did you decide that you want to pursue an avenue in music professionally? Let's start with Nora.
Do you see me nodding my head thoughtfully? It's such a good question. I started making music when I was really young because I was a very emotional child, Pisces. We're born that way. And I needed a way to kind of get it out and make sense of it. I had really terrible anxiety, and it was kind of the way that I managed that. And I think it wasn't even really a question for me about like pursuing it professionally. It was just, this is a piece of who I am. This is what I have to do. And so I have a more like professional 9-to-5 job, and music is like my soul that I put out into the world. It's so easy these days to release music. So I just do it because I have to.
Amazing, thanks for sharing. Jen, tell us about some of your music background.
Growing up, my family would always just have like music on. So like in the car, my sisters would like turn on the music, they like fight each other to see what song to put on. And then on like weekends, my dad would sing karaoke to us all. And then my mom had us all take like piano lessons. So it's kind of like just always there for a long time. But then I got to college and I was supposed to do like practical stuff, like computer science, math, that kind of stuff. So I did it, but I always made music on the side. And then I was like, I could kind of do it all. So like even now my day job involves music. I like program audio software stuff. And then at night I just make music because it makes me really happy.
Amazing. Kelleia, what about you? How does music show up in your life?
It's a deep-seated familial cantankerous thing. It's almost like I see it as yin and yang, where music is inevitable. It's in my destiny because of my grandmother, my paternal grandmother, who studied vocal performance in Korea. And then sort of like it went down through the generations, and it meant something different for each generation until it reached me, and then eventually my own descendants. But for starting with my grandmother, her English name is Sandy, but for her it was sort of an escape from the rubble of her home life. And so she would go to the mountains and sing, and then turned it into almost like a rebellious act against her father of enrolling in that program for her university. And then from there, it was more fun for my dad and then for my aunt. And then I think now with my generation, it feels like it's on me to make it valid, to almost complete that circle. And so music for me has always been filled with meaning because it's been so omnipresent in my family, and yet also almost like not allowed. So I feel like I'm very grateful to accept that position, and also it brings me joy to feel like I get to do this.
That's so huge. And like that deep, like ancestral musical knowledge. I love that. And just being able to pursue something you love that's just in there, in your heart, in your soul. I think that's just really beautiful. I would love to ask you questions about your creative process because our viewers are very interested in that often. So in general, what is your creative process like? And in terms of writing a song, do you think about lyrics first? Or are you thinking about melody? What instruments do you use? Like, how do you know what you're going to include in your music when you're composing or creating? What's your creative process like? Let's start with Jen.
I tend to, I'll find a song that I really like, that I'm like really into, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna learn a lot about this song. So I'll try to recreate the whole intro, like the first verse and the hook, and I try to learn everything that they're doing in there. And then I'll be like, okay, now I'm gonna make a song kind of like that, but in my own way. So like what I've done is I'll add in like this like Chinese zither in there because I started learning it. I'll just add in something like that that feels more me to me, and then I usually start with the background music. I like make the beats, the bass, and then some simple chords, and then I write like the top line, and then like 20 background layers. I do a ton of background layers, and then it's like the idea is done, and then I take forever to finish it. Like that part just takes me forever. That's pretty much how I do most of my songs.
Nice. Kelleia, what's your process like? It might be different for different things, but in general, what's your process like?
Right. I find that a song for me is almost like I once heard this term that being an artist means that you're going to just be like a vulture, that you're always going to come around at the same carcass just from a different angle, and you're never really going to get there. And I feel like sometimes I am exploring a similar theme, and yet I just come at it from maybe like I'm trying to recreate the 90s R&B that I grew up listening to. So like I'm like incorporating that melody into this like dark theme or something. But then I want to make it sexy and like danceable. So then I come in from that angle on that song. But usually I would say that I start with just lyrics. Like the lyrics will write themselves like poetry almost and follow a scheme. Or I'll really feel like I've had this larger than life experience and then need to chronicle it into a song. And there's nothing else that can capture it except for relaying the experience I've had into music. So those are two ways. And then sometimes it's the way that I find melodies, I think is more exploratory though. I find that being in the bathtub, being in nature, and when I can't access it, then really like the shower and the bath are the ways that I find the most organic and essential, meaning like of my essence, truthful stories to tell.
You have those spaces of reflection and creativity. I think that's a really interesting and cool practice. I think that could be applied to all parts of life, right? Like having your sacred spaces and sacred time to reconnect and reinvest in the things you love and in yourself. I think that's really exciting. Nora, can you show us a little bit behind the curtain of your creative process?
Yeah, it's so funny. I'm a mix of both Kelleia and Jen. When I am doing my true singer-songwriter, like Joni Mitchell vibes, it's lyrics first. I write them out like a poem. Then I have always done the top line because I'm a vocalist, so that's what comes naturally to me. And then I would spend like forever trying to figure out what kind of chords go under it. And then more recently, as I've gotten into self-producing stuff, I've taken Jen's approach and started with like the beats. And I love that exercise. So here's a song I love. Now I'm going to write the Nora version of it. My one piece of advice is just keep mixing it up, because you'll surprise yourself when you shake up your patterns.
Oh, that's actually a really good segue question, because we do have a question about how to get started. You know, people have an idea. A lot of us have had a lot of time at home. What are some ways that we can get those melodies or things we're drumming out or things we're thinking about writing down out and give it some structure? Any advice or ideas, Kelleia?
The first thing that came to mind for me was to believe in yourself. They'll reach a tipping point where you kind of just have to be a little courageous and say, hey, I'm a singer, you know, even if you're like, you feel small and like, and you just start sharing that with one person, with one friend. And then you're like, oh man, I need to produce this because me singing this song on my ukulele isn't enough. And then then maybe your boyfriend at the time will have a friend who's a guitarist. And then you're like, okay, let's, I need you. I need to figure out this song. And then you'll tack on your skills from there. And I would say just to be patient with yourself, because it's a long journey and it's going to take a long time to get to that ideal pinnacle of where you envision yourself when you close your eyes and in your biggest dreams, and to enjoy it and to keep being that courageous kind of self that is open, that stays open, that continues to feed your own confidence, and just keep sharing, keep being vocal about what like itches you, you know, because I feel like that passion is sort of this unrest as well. So yeah.
Ooh, I love that. Nora, what about you? Any thoughts?
Yeah, definitely same sentiment. Do it first and foremost. Don't sit on your ideas for years and years. Just put them out into the world. Plenty of them will be really bad. you should, if only you could have been in the bars that I used to do gigs in, like you're going to have some moments that are going to be not so great, but you're in the arena and you're out there and you're sharing yourself, and that's courageous. And surround yourself with people who are also doing that. And they don't have to be like cool, they don't have to be successful, just people who you like to sit down with for an afternoon and jam out on the guitar with and write with them. So you have a little bit more community around the practice.
Jen, any ideas or advice?
I agree that community is so important. It like pushes you to keep making stuff. Something that I always deal with is a lot of self-doubt. So I'll like make something and be like, oh, that was really cheesy. But something that's really fun is to kind of lean into it. So like if I'm always worried I'm like making something really cheesy, then the fun thing to do is like, I'm going to make the cheesiest song I could ever make. And then you come out with something like really, really fun and it's easy to make. And then you just put it aside, you can make something else after.
Oh, that's really good advice. Just lean into that thing. Why not? Just go for it full force and see what comes out. I think that's really fun and exciting because I think we creatively stop ourselves from going to those places our mind originally goes. For what reason? Just because, it's not cool. I don't know. It's interesting. Next question, being that we're in COVID-19 and things have come to a freezing halt and we've been in this for over a year, how has the lack of live shows and live engagement or opportunity to just be out amongst the people for inspiration affected your creative process and other music-related opportunities? Jen?
Well, I'm an introvert, so in some ways it's been kind of nice. But what was really cool is like I didn't start singing in performances until about a year ago when lockdown started. So it actually made me feel more comfortable with trying it out like at home, you know? But I really, really miss like just getting in the studio with people and like hearing things on other people's speakers and the whole community part of it. I can't wait until we can get out again.
For sure. Nora, what about you?
Yeah, it's been hard, but I try to look at things, especially with art, as like everything has the opportunity to be a creative constraint. So just like Jen was saying, how she didn't start singing until COVID, like I had never really done a set with my electronic production. I've always done acoustic sets. And because of the pandemic, I was forced to do that. So it'll be fabulous to get back together with the band, but everything is an opportunity to learn something new about yourself. And that's kind of what COVID has been for me.
Kelleia, how has being more sheltered at home affected your creative process and other opportunities?
Right, yes. So it really gave me a chance to narrow, to hone in on what I wanted to do. So I saw it as training time, meaning I focused mostly on, so I picked up regularly once a week with a vocal coach and then also with a piano teacher and was learning guitar. And so I like to be in that sort of academic format. And honestly, I realized that my singing got so much better just from actually having a professional coach, which I had never done before. I had always just done kind of choirs or like one-off coaching. So there's that. And I'm a lot more confident, I think, because of that. It's maybe something that you can overlook, but I think that there's always room to finesse and train and always have this sort of like one-on-one tutoring available. And it was honestly through Zoom. It was like my coach was in the UK the entire time. And so it was really just sort of like a journey with myself, you could say, with the guidance of someone else. But that was sort of really invaluable to have that time for me to go back to basics. Yeah.
I love each of your perspectives and being able to, reframe it and find the positive and find what you learned about yourself and what you've been able to do and grow, as an artist. I think that's really exciting. So bravo to all of you. So we're actually at time before we start the concert. So we have one final question. Where do you want to go from here with your music and what's on the horizon? Let's start with you, Jen.
I have a lot of songs that I'll be releasing this year, and into like next year. And then I'm just hoping to do a bunch of collaborations after that. Yeah.
Perfect. Nora, what about you?
I am going to do two totally different things. I'm going to do like a crazy electronic moment, probably under a stage name, and then I'm going to do like the most acoustic ass, like Girl with Her Ukulele album on the other hand.
Kelleia, what about you? What's on the horizon?
Well, I'm newly here in New York, and I'm excited to work with new people in the music community here. One of my friends that I've been hanging out with a lot, she's a producer, and we've been, just creating that space for work to emerge. So that's been really exciting. And I'm going to release my first EP this year. So I know I've only really released singles. So that's really a big deal for me. And the biggest part of it is just getting out of my own way. The mixes have been done for like 2 years. So it's self-acceptance is really what it is. So I'm excited for more of that.
Wow, that's a huge step. Congratulations. I know we're all going to be looking out for that. So everyone, make sure you're following Black Jade, Nora Rothman, and Kelleia on social media. Check out their websites, see them on SoundCloud, see them on Bands in Town, all of the things. And I'm so excited to get tonight's concert started. So thank you all again so much for being here. Jen, Nora, and Kelleia, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you, Napoleon.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Such a gift. Now I am so excited to start the show with Black Jade. Enjoy.
dance floor with both of our lives and give me back my crown. Stay up at night, fighting with my head and my mind. I can see that you're really trying. Stay up at night, fighting with my head and all my mind. Whatever I call me, whatever I call me, whatever you call me, whatever you call me. Why ask me twice if I would like to try your lies? I don't like the sound of that. Don't call me cause you wanna chat. Yeah. I'll save the hate I made you crave. My body and my mind, I'm gonna keep it to myself. Yeah, yeah. Stay up at night, fighting with my head and my mind. I can see that you're really trying. Stay up at night, fighting with my head and on my mind. Whatever I call me, whatever I call me, whatever you call me, whatever you call me. type that I like. Keep sending me your sound that you carved out of ground. The more I see of you, the more you show up in my dream life too. Let your whole body move now. We got this far, so don't stop right now. Let your whole body move now. We got this far, so don't stop right now. Can you just slow down, just wait? 'Cause I wanna see your face. Never does a day go by. Always thinking about you. I've been just watching your mind make big waves, but nothing is changing if we sleep the day away. Well, our star signs don't align, can't force you to see, but our lives are entwined. Maybe we're not just a fantasy.
Shout out to Ray Razy for producing this one. It's called Shooting Stars.
I'd like to see you in my dreams. We'd hang out and life would be so wavy, wavy. Don't try to wake me from my dreams, 'cause maybe I like it better hazy, hazy. We're moving way too slowly, 'cause waves they come and go and go. We're moving way too slowly, 'cause waves they come and go and go. It's so hot inside. Disco lights, but your feet don't fight. Always right, and just look at the time. Speeding by, hope I last the night. Grab your glass and take Turn off all these lights. They're shining in your eyes. What I want is mine. Leave all your thoughts behind. What I want is mine. Leave all your thoughts behind. They're shining in your eyes. Did you work all day and did you make that pay? Stay up late and let it fade away. Did you work all day and did you make that pay? Stay up late and let it fade away. Away.
Thanks to Wawa for producing this one. It'll be out soon.
Turn off all these lights. They're shining in your eyes. What I want is mine. Leave all your thoughts behind. What I want is mine. Leave all your thoughts behind. They're shining in your eyes. Turn off all these lights.
Thank you.
That was Black Jade. Next up in tonight's lineup is Nora Rothman.
Okay, hi, I'm Nora. This is my closet, and I'm gonna play you some songs. What was the road? I don't know. Where was I going? Just driving home. It was all enough. It was all enough. It was all enough. It was all enough. First we spun around, and then we rolled down. I was flying, I was through when the ambulance came. I still knew my given name. It was all enough. It was all enough. It was all enough. It was all enough. I spent it in a grove, making pictures, singing songs. It was all enough. Oh, it was all enough. Yeah. Oh. Something in the way you love me won't let me playing with my heart. Finish what you start. When you make my love come down, stop driving me away. I just wanna stay. There's something I just gotta say. Just try to understand that I've given all I can, and you've got the best of me. Ooh, borderline. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Borderline. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Something in your eyes is making such a fool of me. When you hold me in your arms, you love me till I just can't see. But then you pull me down. When I look around, baby, you just can't be found. Stop driving me away. I just wanna stay. There's something I just gotta say. Just try to understand. I've given all I can, and you've got the best of me. Borderline. Feels like I'm gonna lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline. Borderline. Feels like I'm going to lose my mind. You just keep on pushing my love over the borderline. This song is called Dear David. Heavy arms across my throat, dear David. Why didn't you go? 'Cause of you I can't look at my phone. 'Cause of you I can't stay home alone, dear David. God knows what you did, but I'm not gonna hide. You can't keep me in line. Speak what's on my mind. Speak what's on my mind. I'm not gonna hide, even if you lie. I speak what's on my mind. Speak what's on my mind. Yeah. Brandy glass, hotel key, dear Josh. What did you see in me? 'Cause of you I'm marching in the streets. Because of you, I'm yelling, I believe, dear judge. Somehow you forgot that I'm not gonna hide. You can't keep me in line. Speak what's on my mind. Speak what's on my mind. No, I'm not gonna hide, hide, hide. Can't keep me in line, line, line. Speak what's on my mind. Speak what's on my mind. Ooh, yeah. Now, my mind, my mind. Hmm. Hmm. I've had 11 men, but you're nothing like them. That's what I say to myself as I wake up beside you in love. We got our own place. You've got this gorgeous face. But when you leave for those books, I know what's coming, yeah. And it's a forgetting that I'm dreading, forgetting the way your fingers feel. It's strange to know one day I won't know you at all, darling, at all, darling. It's strange to know one day I won't know you at all, darling, at all, darling. You leave and lock the door. I pick up your guitar. I'd let you touch me for years, but you won't, will you, young love? It's a forgetting that I'm dreading, forgetting the way your fingers feel. It's strange to know one day I won't know you at all, darling, at all, darling. It's strange to know one day I won't know you at all, darling, at all, darling, at all. Before we're dead, two memories in a bed, another line in the song of young lovers who've loved and moved on. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nora. Nora Rothman, everyone. Bravo. Now, for our final artist of the evening, Kelleia.
I saw you slip away just for a second. Our love is here to stay. We have 모든 것이 아플 때 어떻게 진짜인지 알 수 있을까요? 모든 것이 아플 때 어떻게 진짜인지 알 수 있을까요? 내 마음속이 너무 좁아요. 요즘 다른 사랑은 없어요. 괜찮을 거야, 난 강하니까. 나의 순간에 얼어버렸어. 네가 여기 없어도 불은 항상 켜놓을게요. Climbed up a mountain to look for you. Fell into love, couldn't soothe the wounds. You're dead and gone, I can't find the truth. No one to turn to, this I'll just have to do. 마음속이 너무 좁아요. 요즘 다른 사랑은 없어요. 괜찮을 거야, 난 강하니까. 나의 순간에 얼어버렸어. 네가 여기 없어도 불은 항상 켜놓을게요. In those moments when I'm alone, I see your face, it gets me home. So many things about you I am missing. Every time that I'm feeling low, I close my eyes and let you go. 날 왜 이렇게 춥게 해? 난 내 여자가 되고 싶었어. I just wanted to be your girl. 날려주야 얼어버렸어. 난 내 여자가 되고 싶었어. I just wanted to show you everything pretty in my world. I let go of a pretty world, a pretty world. I'm back at your door. Didn't even plan it, and I'm standing here. You let me in, and we talk for a minute. We're getting carried away. When there's nothing left to say, you grab me and take me into your bedroom. I don't even think you love me. You just wanna taste my honey. Well, I gotta tell you something. I'm gonna need you one more time. Bring it back around. uniting. Pleasure so divine, so exciting. Tell you love me. Taste my honey. Tell you love me. Tell you love me. Need you one more time. Bring it back around for me, baby, just one more time. Bring it back around for me, baby, before I die. Why'd you do me like that? I still want it. Cause what you gave me was pure. I see you, I'm loving who you are. You're living proof you're gonna leave your mark. Let the river flow, you wonder where you're gonna go. Yeah, I know it can get hard. Wish you had a way to tell the future. Searching for your story in the stars. All the answers will unfold if you can learn to let them go and trust. Just trust what's in your heart. My blood runs through your veins. I'm here to light your way. My blood runs through your veins. I'm sending love your way. And whoever said to you from above to show you love, to show you love. And whoever said to you just because to show you love, to show you love. I see all the brilliance you are. You're living proof that we are made of stars. Let the daylight fill you up with power of a million suns. Shine bright and cast away the dark. My blood runs through your veins. I'm here to light your way. My blood runs through your veins.